Oh,
Oh, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? This your boy Rod Thomas Jr. from the real new behind the new. Oh yeah, today is what? What today is? February 15th, 16th,
16.
2019. And this little video here, we got my boy Josh White, my nephew, right there behind the camera. We doing our thing like we used to do it, man, when we first started this thing. But today we want to talk real briefly about the plight of convicted felons in the black community. Hey man, don't give up, dog. If you got that felony label on your back, dog, you ain't got to give up. They, the system has perpetuated injustice against our people, whereas a lot of us make bad decisions based off the choices that we have to make. Cause whether you believe it or not, you have a predetermined set of choices. Can you go to college? Can you pass high school? Can you get a degree? Can you work on one of the jobs that we have predetermined for you? So now a lot of kids in the hood, I live in the hood, man. But a lot of kids in the hood can't make the right choices because they poor. They're hungry. They're struggling. They're tired. You know what I'm saying? So the poor people usually make the choices that's going to be beneficial to them at that time, which means, i.e., pick up that dope. Go out there and hustle. Do what you think you got to do. You got a lot of young single mothers right now, got their sons out there selling dope, telling him he the man of the house right now, when there's no way a 14, 15-year-old boy should be trying to be the man of the house. Hell, he should be trying to graduate high school. So what we have now is a group of people who have to make choices based off a predetermined set of choices. And they make the bad choice to go out there and sell dope because, again, they hungry, they tired, they poor. They seen their sisters and brothers eat. So now we play this dope game, which is the dumbest game in the world. And if you play a dumb game, you're going to win a dumb prize. So now we see our kids and people like myself going to prison, selling these drugs for these people who not only are putting the drugs in your neighborhood, but now also invest in the prisons that they put you in once they catch you selling the drugs. So now, look, in my case, I'm going to just keep it on me. Here I am, man. Done been to 2 or 3 universities, done all these great things, but my lust for the streets, my desire just to have that fun and that dope boy lifestyle, I have put myself as a 3-time convicted felon, selling marijuana, and I'm damn near 50 years old. So who do you think a person is going to hire first and foremost for a job? Because 9 times out of 10, they're telling you convicted felons need not apply. Think about it. Even if I wanted to get a CDL, what major trucking company is going to hire somebody who's convicted of 3 marijuana charges? These are bad decisions that I made, not really knowing the consequences of the actions. I didn't realize I was going to have to suffer these consequences once I got labeled as a felon. But this is what happens. So what we're trying to do, man, is encourage everybody that's watching this video. Show this to some of these youngsters out here and let them know you don't have to sell drugs, man. I don't care how bad your situation is. If you can't do no more than go around to some of your local grocery stores. Now, I'm not suggesting you go up there, you know what I'm saying, and be vagrant or whatever. But hell, if people coming out, man, you see an old lady, go up there the first 2, 3 times, man, and actually just volunteer to put their groceries in the car. What you're going to find, there's a lot of legal ways you can make money, man. $20 a pop. If you can make 2 $20 licks in less than an hour legally, you know what I'm saying? Whereas if you have to put 4 people groceries in their car, you have to rake 3 people's yard, you have to cut a yard. Whatever you can do legally and productively, make that money, man. You don't have to fall victim to this convicted felon title, because once they put that label on your back, life is going to change as you know it. There are literally jobs that's going to tell you convicted felons need not apply. So what we have to do as convicted felons who will finally woke up and understand what this game really was about and how we would play the part in our own thing about it. Because again, the only way you go to jail is pretty much you involved in criminal activity. Only way somebody can snitch on you, you got to commit a crime. So at what point do you stop committing crimes? Once you stop committing crime and realize I got a child to feed now. Okay, I got an 8-year-old son. Guess what happens? I'm broke right now. I'm waiting on some people to call me for a job. They haven't done it, but guess what? I'm not finna go out there in the streets. I could call somebody right now and say, let me, hold something, and I can get out here and bleed the block dry. In less than 2-3 hours, me and my son be straight. But guess what? In that 2 or 3 hour period, I'm taking a chance on going away for 20 to 30 years and never see my son again. So why don't I just go pick up a rake? You know what I'm saying? A yard rake. And rake somebody's yard. $30, $40, $50, $60, $70. If I could do 2 of them, $270 jobs today in 3 hours, me and my son good. But if I go out there and take a penitentiary chance just to make $120, who's the fool? I was a fool. So what we doing, man, with this video again is trying to let those fellas like myself who unintentionally or unawarely or unknowingly got ourselves caught up in this prison pipeline system, because it actually starts with your schools. But I, as an adult who's, like I say, been 2-3 universities, got all these certifications to do all this stuff here, I can't do none of it now. Because I wanted that fame, I wanted that life, I wanted that power, that illusion of power. Because them white folks showed me in that courthouse who really had the power. When they showed, I'm finna show y'all something, then we're gonna end this video. A lot of people don't understand this. In the state of Louisiana, throughout America, marijuana is a Schedule I drug. Here in Louisiana, you can get caught selling crack cocaine, and you can get caught selling 5 joints. In Louisiana, you have to get a mandatory minimum sentence of 5 years just for selling those 5 joints. Where these people are selling crack and methamphetamine and stuff like this. Methamphetamine, cocaine, and all that is Schedule II. Marijuana is Schedule I, meaning that you have to get a mandatory minimum of 5, no more than 30. And just 5 years ago, I was facing 120 to life, just on those 4 charges that they had, plus the 2 previous felonies, which could have gave me the motor bill in Louisiana, which means that nothing else. I should have did 15 years flat. God bless me to walk out. So this is why I'm coming out with this message right now for the youngsters. I know YouTube got a lot of stuff going on, but maybe if we can get 1,000 youngsters throughout the world to see this message, man, if we can get 50,000 people to watch it and 1,000 youngsters understand, you ain't got to sell dope, you ain't got to hustle, you ain't got to get out here in the streets, man. Times may be hard, your stomach may be hungry, but if you do right, it's gonna work out for you, man. Invest in yourself. Now I don't want to get religious because I don't believe in all that religious stuff, but I will tell you that there is one creator who created us all. He sees your struggle, he sees your heart. The more right you do, the more blessings you will receive. If you do good things and make good decisions, you're going to reap benefits and rewards. But you make bad decisions, you're going to suffer consequences. Again, you might be out here struggling, can't find a job. Go, if there's an elderly lady in your community who needs some trash picked up around her house, who needs her yard raked, go over there and volunteer to do it for free. And if you find another one, do that. It's better than sitting around the house playing video games, smoking weed or whatever, and not having no sense of work ethic. Now what happens? The Creator sees that you're doing this. It's like you invested into a heavenly bank account, where you've done all these good things for other people. Now guess what? He has to do something good for you. So, again, all I can say is just do more right than wrong. It's easy to change. All you got to do is stop doing what you used to do. The more good you do, the more blessed you will be. Whether you believe in Allah, Jesus, Buddha, Confucius, no matter what, that's a principle of the universe. The more you invest into other people's lives that's less fortunate than you, the Creator Himself has to obligate to help you to keep helping His people. So that's what we do. We speak for the poor, man. We like the ghetto version of the news, but everything that we talk about is relevant to your day-to-day life because it's all about the progression of our society, our communities, our neighborhoods, our cities, our states, our country, our world. But most important, locally, it's about getting these kids, man, to understand that it's a whole different way of living. Just because, and even grown-ups, just because you got that felony label on your back don't mean that you are doomed for life. People keep closing doors in your face when you go knocking for job, create your own door. Get you a lawnmower. Get you a bush trimmer. Get you something. But the more you do for other people, the more God gonna do for you. And you'll watch, that felony label ain't gonna even matter. Hey, this your boy Rod Thomas Jr. Josh. You wanna say anything before we go, Josh?
Man.
I gotta get over here to my sister's house and do her yard.
Nah, you just said it, self-explanatory pretty much. You didn't say it all in one.
Yeah. Oh,
so.
Hey, that's just real, man. I mean, I know I rambled on with it, Josh, but we don't have no script here at the Real News Behind News. We just come straight from the heart, man. We just come straight with reality and talk about life in its basic, rawest form. That way, if nothing else, we can spark a dialogue. Because my ideal is basically, if I had to, I'm going to shock you in such a way that you're going to have to talk about and address the issues because your mind is not going to be able to leave it alone. When I'm saying it in such a way, especially if you look at me on Facebook, I say things in such a way to deliberately be so shocking that you have to engage it, whether you pro or con, whether you for it or against it, whether you like it or not. You're going to want to engage it. Man, it look like that's going to be some
snow. It's gonna rain.
That look like snow. That ice. That's ice. Anyway, hey, this your boy Rod Thomas Jr. Subscribe, man. Hit that notification button, man, so y'all can get notifications. And then share these pages, man. Share these videos. Whether you believe what I say or not, which I'm not trying to convince you to believe what I want you to believe. I'm just putting a different version, a different narrative out there before you that's different than what you're being told on your radio, on your television, on your iPhones, your smartphones, your Androids, your social media platform, because all these platforms are designed to dumb you down. We are trying to use these platforms to engage your mind, to spark you to think and ask questions about Venezuela, Israel, Afghanistan, Syria, Cooper Road, Lakeside, Flint, Michigan. Ask questions about your politicians, your preachers, and all these different events that's going on socially and how it's affecting us. But most importantly, how is it destroying the culture of our children? But what solutions do we have? Main thing, trust no one information. Always ask questions. We're going to be here to show you what questions to ask. Hey, y'all be blessed. Hey,